Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sunday. Yeah, it's Sunday. It's been a week, like a wild week. The last vlog that I recorded was Monday, so a week ago, whenever we had movers move the big stuff here. And in that time, quite a few things have happened, and I wanted to kind of give a little update about where we are in the state of the house, and then also some of the things that have been going on. The first thing I'm going to do is talk about what happened Tuesday. So we moved on Monday, had our first night here, Monday night, and then Tuesday, which was our first actual day in this house, the first day, I got real sick. We didn't have internet yet, so we had to go over to Chaz and Jeff's to do breakfast stream. And we get over there, and I woke up that morning and my stomach was a little off, but I was like, who knows? Maybe I'm hungry. I'm not sure. We did breakfast stream. Through breakfast stream, I was like, yeah, my stomach feels a little weird. And then by like 10 or 11 a.m., I was experiencing severe pain, like 10 out of 10 pain. I was just kind of writhing around on the bed, and I kept thinking, I have to go to the bathroom. So I would get up and I would go to the bathroom, and I would go, and it would be awful and a terrible experience. And then I'd get, back onto the bed because I was so ill that I couldn't do anything. And that went on for hours. And then eventually I kind of like passed out because I was so out of it from like all the pain. And Mao had plans that night, so when I woke up, Mao had left like, 15 minutes before or something. And I had a thing on my watch that was like, oh, your heart rate fell to like the low 30s for 40 minutes. And I was like, that can be bad. Like, it's probably nothing, but it could be something. So I called Mel because she had the car, and she came home, and I went to the ER because, that's the sort of thing. Like, I was fine having pain because I was like, it'll probably go away. But that combined with the bradycardia, I was like, I should probably get checked out. So they took a look at me. They decided that what I was hoping was the best outcome was true, was that the heart stuff was just a vagal response and not something to be totally worried about, because my resting heart rate's pretty low anyway. And they suspect that I possibly passed a gallstone, and that was what all the pain was from. So that's fun. I've never had a gallstone before. They said it could also have, maybe been a stomach ulcer, but since then I haven't had any issues at all. So yeah, first day in this place, first full day, ER. Cool. Then, as the week went on, we were trying to get internet here, and they had told us that they were going to move the service, and we would just have to bring our equipment, and it would work. It didn't. So we had to have the tech guy for the ISP come out, and he was here a long time trying to figure it out. And finally, he went into the crawl space and was like, they redid the crawl space here at some point. He said they cut the fiber cable. He's like, so I had to do it all over again. And I was like, I'm sorry. I'm glad that you got it working though. So we did that. And actually we were in such a rush, like having all of that done, because we had a sponsored stream on Thursday, which we don't do terribly often, that I didn't have time to like properly wire all of the setup in the loft. So I still have to kind of like redo the wiring, but that I think is most of the crazy stuff that happened in the past week.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
I think so.
But also a cool thing happened. It's you.
I happened? Are you talking about yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mal participated in a bike race. Well,
Event.
a bike event, and in the process went farther than she's ever went. Was it 100K?
100K. Well, it was 103.6K, so it was 64 something miles.
Amazing.
So that's as far as the furthest I had gone prior to that was a week before when I went 60 miles. So I went like a 4.5 more.
Yeah.
And it was an event where, like, when you sign up for a 5K, but without the timing. So it's just like, complete it before we close the course. And it's supported, which is great to go that far and be able to call for, like, a tube if your tire goes flat, or, like, if you need picked up, or, like, if something happens, you can call people for support. And there's stops along the route that have food and drinks and bathrooms. So, like, like, okay, at mile 20, I'm going to have a cookie and some pickle juice, and there's going to be a bathroom and a mechanic if you need it. So that's really nice to do. Did it with some friends.
And you did it.
I did it.
64 miles.
Yeah.
Cool. I never asked, but I just assumed that you didn't, like, record any footage of that.
I thought about it.
Okay.
Okay, so, like,
You were busy riding a bike.
like 2 days prior, I'm like, I should film something for that. And then I got out there and I forgot. I was just busy biking, and then near the end I was drafting one of my friends, so, like, it's a half a tire between you at least, or less. And I was busy being tired and trying not to run into him.
It's fine.
So
I really didn't expect you to record anything, so it's fine. Malrotor bike. So yeah, let's give, like, a quick overview of where we are a week in to this place. The kitchen, like, is a lot of it's, like, put together,
it's pretty put together.
which is cool.
It's kind of a mess,
Yeah.
but, like, it's serviceable. Like, we made spaghetti on Friday night.
Yeah. So we've been able to cook here, which is good. There's still a bunch of, like, stuff on the counter here, but that's all stuff that's got to go into a bookcase, and we haven't got the bookcase up on the wall yet. I know it's up against a wall, but it needs to be, like, mounted to the wall. And we really need to finalize where that's going. But the TV's up, which is big. And the other thing is that this is where Extra Life is going to take place. So having the TV set is a good thing. As a reminder, today is Sunday. Extra Life is Saturday, which is fun. The test stream is Friday. And I think most of the friends are getting into town on, like, Thursday. So it's really soon. Like, we only got internet here on Thursday night, and we're still obviously getting things put together, and Extra Life is coming soon. It's a wild turnaround, but we'll do it. It'll be fine. So anyway, here's the living room. I know that one of the couches is facing the wrong way, but it hasn't been a big deal. There's still a bunch of stuff over here. I'm thinking that I probably won't deal with this room too much, to be honest, because we're not going to need to do tabletop before Extra Life. And a lot of the equipment that we use for tabletop is the equipment we end up using for Extra Life. So it'd have to be reset up anyway. So yeah, I'm going to not set up the living room like it's supposed to be for living. I'm just going to, in the next few days, start setting it up how it's going to be for Extra Life and use the equipment that we need to do. You can tell I've started to unpack games because this is boxes. So those are here. And we've got the guest room mostly set up. There's a rug over there that we are hoping to put down at some point. The guest room will be used also because I think Josh is going to stay there. Dan's going to stay with us too, and he's going to stay on the top floor, but I'll show you. The other thing, and this is wild, and this just really goes to show how crazy things have been around here, not just for us, but just like the Raleigh Collective. We aren't the only ones moving. We bought a home, which is really exciting. You know who else bought a home? Chaz and Jeff. They also bought a home and are also in the process of moving. So the fact that that's happening all at once is kind of wild. We've all been living in Raleigh and we've all been renting, and there's been this feeling of like each household has been waiting on the other to, in some way, shape, or form, like put down roots. And it was actually wild. The night before we got the email from our landlord and told us that we had to move, we had actually had dinner with Chaz and Jeff, and they were talking about like wanting to buy a house. They were like, all right, we want to buy something. We just want to make sure that like the plan is still to live here, that you guys aren't like running off and being like, actually we're going to Coos Bay, Oregon or something. So we had that conversation, and they were like, because we were thinking about starting to look into like buying. And then the next day was when the landlord was like, you have to get out. So we ended up buying a place first, but it could have easily been them. So yeah, they're also moving. And it's been, I guess, kind of convenient because I'm like, well, I've got all these boxes. If you want them, come get them. Okay, so the first floor is a bit of a mess, but again, I have to like rearrange it so it's better for Extra Life anyway, so it's fine. So let's come up to the second floor. And as I mentioned downstairs, this is a mess, and that's okay. That light just flickered. That's fine. Yeah, so there is all of this stuff here. And if you're thinking that looks crazy, yeah, it does. It's not supposed to look like this. It is supposed to be organized and nice. I do have GameCube and N64 and Switch up. Oh, and I think I have PSP. Yeah, because PSP was in one of the boxes with something, so I put it up on the shelf. So that's good. I'm only focused right now on getting the systems needed for Extra Life up. I was really hoping I would have time to like finally print the covers I'm missing, but I don't. I don't have time. So that'll have to be something else in the future. But at least this is up and running. One thing that I have learned about this room is that it is a little deeper than the last loft, but it's more narrow this way. And I'm still adjusting things. Like I think the couch, I'm actually going to bring the couch back a little bit and maybe move some things around here. But the distance from, that wall to this wall is a little more narrow, and it changes how things feel. Because like one of the things that I do is I have little fold out, like what do they call them? Like little containers that go in all those cubbies. Currently, I can't pull them out based on like how close the camera is to them. And in the old place, that wasn't a problem. And in this place, I'm looking and I'm like, all right, this is going to be like a little bit of a problem. So I have to adjust some things. I'm thinking that I haven't mounted it to the wall yet, but I'm thinking this is going to go here. And this is what usually holds the game consoles. And if I do that, that's fine. But the TV stand can't move any further that way. And I've historically kept the computer on this table, but I would need to find a new table that like fits this. Because obviously this will fit there, but I need to find a table that'll fit that. So I'll try and do that at some point. Like, whatever. Our bedroom was already set up, so there's nothing really new there. The washer and dryer are hooked up, so we've done a little laundry. And actually, the very, very first time we did the wash here with our old washer, it leaked, but not out any of the pipes. It leaked out the front, which, as far as I know, it's like never done before. So that's weird. There had never been any problems, and then suddenly there was a problem, but we've used it again since and like kept an eye on it, and it hasn't happened. So we're like, I don't know, maybe it was a fluke or something. When I was packing the games, I just ended up putting a lot of like NES and Super NES just in the boxes with them. So now I have just stacks of this stuff. Eventually, it'll have a place to go. Mal's office, like, she's been getting stuff done, and her office looks really nice, which is cool. And her studio has all of the stuff necessary in it to like get it started. It's just not up yet, but everything has been moved over. So at some point soon, we got to get the backdrop and the drop cloth down, and that'll, all go here. And then we'll put her studio back together, and she'll be back to painting. It's exciting. That's obviously a post Extra Life activity, but we'll get there. And then in here, I know this is kind of a nightmare looking thing, and it is. I have my computer up, which is awesome. Love that. So I can actually do things again. But right now I've got all of these bookshelves that I haven't gotten up on the wall, and I had to completely move things around to make room for those. So the room is full of boxes that I'm gonna have to like move around again to make room for those bookshelves. But the bookshelves are gonna go in here somewhere. Somewhere. I still haven't decided where I'm putting the solo streaming computer. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna do like I've done in the past and keep both computers in the same room. I might do that, and if so, it'll just go here. And if not, then I might put it on the third floor. I don't know. There's advantages to keeping them in the same room. For one, it kind of saves space. Not that we necessarily need to do that, but it saves space. And then also it allows me to use like the same chair, because I can just go from one side of the room to the other. That's what I've done for the last few houses. Last 3 houses for like 6 years since we started Twitch. And, that's worked fine. Up on the third floor, I haven't done anything in here, but this is, I think, where we're going to put Dan. So we've got like all the bedding and stuff up here. You can see the Elgato green screens up here because I might put the streaming computer up here. Not sure. Still haven't got into the attic. Still need to actually do that. So at some point, need to go in there. It's a star bit. I need to find a star bit and then get the drill and open it. This opens up too, although I'm pretty sure that only just goes to the HVAC. And then in this room, I think on the original tour of this place, I had talked about possibly like taking the third floor and putting my office up here. Obviously, I decided to put my office on the second floor, but up here we have like the printer. We're gonna put all of the shipping stuff. So when Mao is shipping a painting, or if I'm shipping a painting for my dad, all of that stuff will be up here. And because we don't have a sunroom, we're kind of treating this area like a sunroom, because that's one of the things that we really liked about the old place. And this is kind of like a little relaxing corner. It's like, okay, we got the chase and the beanbag up here. And I've also set up DDR, which is nice. Probably a little less important as we get into fall and winter, because I can actually go outside without dying. But in the summer especially, I prefer to not exercise outside because it's just absolutely miserable. So yeah, that's where we're at. We've done a lot. We've moved a lot of things around. It's hard because I'm juggling, or I had been juggling, like doing the streams, and also I have other work to do. But clearly, like, the most important thing is unpacking and moving things around and making sure stuff's in the right spot, because Extra Life is looming so close. And you know, one of the takeaways that Mel and I have had is that we're excited to live here, but we kind of feel like we're not getting a chance to really like live here and enjoy it and stuff yet. And that won't happen until after Extra Life, because right now things are just like, okay, things have to get done. We have to keep moving, because if we don't, everyone's going to arrive and there's not going to be anywhere for them to like move around. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'm excited for after Extra Life and getting things settled in even more, getting like more of the games and stuff up and figuring out where all that's going to go, and then showing a more complete, you know, house tour. Here's my this is the desk that I've been using for solo streaming for years and years and years. So that's got to go wherever it's going to go. So you think we're going to be good? You think we'll have everything set by Thursday? You feeling confident?
We'll see.
We'll see. All right. That's it. That's the update. Again, tune into Extra Life. It is this Saturday, October 4th, starting at noon Eastern. We'll be right here streaming for like 20 hours, playing N64, GameCube, Wii, and Wii U games. You guys get to decide what gets played with your donations. If you donate at least $25 towards a game, it's eligible for roulette, which is a really good way of making sure that there's a much higher probability that a game gets played. And that's it. I've got to spend the rest of today still working on stuff. Oh, and the other thing is that there is still stuff at the old place. We're going to try and finish that today. There's not a lot. There's very, very little. There's like 2 rugs and some empty boxes. That's most of it.
A ladder, your bike.
My bike, the ladder.
Herbs, my garden herbs.
Your yeah, and the grill.
Yeah, those are the biggest things. The artwork.
And the art. Okay, there's actually a lot. It's fine. All right, what we're gonna do with that? We're gonna deal with that, and then we should be done at the old house, which is good because we have until the end of September, and it's almost the end of September. Thanks for watching. Let's meet back soon, shall we?